Welcome to Cruise Ports. We're on the island of Curacao. We'll show you around the port, give you some ideas of what to do, and help you enjoy a day in this beautiful island. We are Jonathan and Jennifer. We are in Curacao and have a private day with a private guide. We'll show you all around and give you the best of this very diverse island. Our tour today is going to take us from the cruise port to the northern side of the island. We'll hit both the east and the west coasts, and you'll see the difference between those two. And then we'll focus on the downtown area. Joseph, who is our tour guide on Curacao. Joseph, thanks so much for taking us around.
I'm one of the best tour guides in Curacao, I would say, but I'm a little bit biased. Do this for a living, showing people around on the island of Curacao, which is a beautiful place, wonderful place, magical place in the Caribbean. So let's go have some fun.
Let's cover a few basics first. Curacao is a Dutch island, meaning it is part of the Dutch kingdom, but they do have their own parliament and govern themselves for the most part. They are known for their rum and the blue Curacao. Souvenirs are accessible in the little huts right off the boat. Just go into the covered parkway and you can't miss them. And you may purchase those souvenirs with the new currency, the Caribbean Guilder. That has gone into effect just on March 31st of 2025. Curaçaoans are educated in Dutch, learn English as a second language, and most speak Papiamento at home. Additionally, you'll hear lots of Spanish, Portuguese, and German. Most people speak a minimum of 3 languages and as many as 5 or 6. Curacao does have its own culture. It is predominantly a desert island with a tremendous amount of influence from South America because it's so close there, but also from the European nations of Netherlands, Germany, because of their political relationship with them. They remain a predominantly Catholic country, and unlike their Dutch counterpart in Europe, drugs are not legal anywhere on the island. Now that we've covered the basics, let's get you out and show you this beautiful island. If you are walking into town, you're going to want to get out to the main road, which means walking through the parking lot, which is going to be pretty full with tour buses. But you'll go through the gates, get out to the main road. Because we were on a private tour, we got to get out of the port city and see a lot of the island. But I'm going to tell you, the port city has a lot to see. So we're going to come back to the port at the end of this video and give you an overview of what to do there. But this will be a quick rundown of all of the things to do around the island if you choose to get out and about. Our first stop was at the Santa Martha Bay lookout point. Although it looks like a lake, this is actually a saltwater bay. There is no freshwater lake anywhere on the island. The lookout gives you views to the tallest mountain and out over to the strait that leads to the ocean. Boca and Playa Pescado are both must-see places, and they're relatively close to each other. They also tend to have a lot of tourists, so we were really fortunate. Joey knew how to get us from one to the other, and we missed all the tour buses. Couldn't have asked for better timing from him. There are a number of lookout points in this area. I would suggest to you that having a private driver that could drive you back into Boca Pistol is absolutely worth it. The buses can't get there, and it's a little bit of a walk. Boca is on the eastern side of the island and is exactly what you would expect on that northeast side where the winds are really strong, the tides are big. And almost exactly opposite it, over on the west side of the island, is Playa Pescada. The western side of the island has these soft, smooth, calm beaches. You'll find your white sand, your turquoise waters, and very gentle tides. And here at Playa Pescada is where you will find the green turtles who come and swim right up close to the shore next to the pier. There is a turtle whisperer who is actually out there with a big knife and he's chopping up leftover fish and feeding them to the turtles. So there's a constant parade of green sea turtles. It's a perfect place to come snorkeling, although you can see the turtles directly from the pier. Once again, Joey had really timed this perfectly so that we had a relatively quiet time while we were at the beach. But by the time we left, the waters were full of people and it was much harder to get good footage of the turtles themselves. Just south of Pescado is Playa Forte. There's a beautiful sea view restaurant overlooking the ocean and the nearby beach. This is also the place for cliff jumping. I am on the cliff above Playa Canapa Grande. This is a beautiful white sand beach with really calm waters. On our way back into town, we stopped at the Tula Museum. This colonial house is a really important marker in Curaçaoan history. This was the beginning of the slave revolution, and these markers commemorate all of the descendants that came from slave families. Tula, who lived at this plantation, Landhuis Knip, was the leader of this revolt in 1795. So this is the beginning of the end for slavery in Curacao. And inside the old colonial house is a museum commemorating that revolution. In Willemstad, there is an additional slave museum that documents more of the transatlantic slave trade and its effect on the island overall. There are restrooms here, and it is a 15 guilder entrance fee, and that fee includes the services of a guide. At one time, all of this land was used for agriculture. It's just hard to grow in, and now the economy is much more diverse. We headed from the less populated north back down into the city, where you see stoplights again, and we get back to this very modern city center that Willemstad has. The city is surrounded by a ring road and connected by a series of bridges. The floating bridge is a pedestrian bridge, and it opens and closes depending on shipping traffic. The Juliana Brug, or the Juliana Bridge, is one of the highest bridges, and you can see it from throughout the city. There are 4 distinct downtown districts. Punta is on the right side of Santa Ana Bay, and it's the historic downtown known for its colorful Dutch colonial architecture, the vibrant streets with lots of shops, and the markets, and that iconic Queen Emma Bridge, or the Swinging Lady Bridge. Outra Banda is on the other side of Santa Ana Bay. It is also a historic district, known for more of the Renaissance Mall and the Riff Fort, and that is your gateway from the port into the downtown area. Peter Mai is often referred to as Curaçao's Soho. It's a trendy neighborhood with boutique hotels and small shops, little cafes, restaurants, and bars. It's known for being walkable and having a really bohemian chic atmosphere. And Charlot is the final district. It too is a historic and urban district. The Waikato Canal separates Charlot from Punta, and it is best known for its wedding cake house. As always, we encourage you to book locally and directly with the vendor. If you'd like to hire Joseph or his wife Jessica from Gone Carib, their contact information is in the details, and this is their card. We have more in-depth videos on our Eat, Stay, Play channel about Sete Boca and Playa Pescado. And on our Brews and Views channel, don't miss the beer tasting we did at the Swinging Lady Brewery.